Welcome back to 40 Eye Amped. We're here with Gaspara of Masay Wellness. She's an esthetician. She is a business owner, philanthropist, and all-around well-rounded person. It's nice to be here with you.
Thank you for having me, Trocon and 40i. It's such a pleasure. I've been meaning to get with 40i for the longest. I just love what they're doing. I just love everything about it, honestly. It's great.
I appreciate the plug. Tell me about self-care. Tell me about why you identify with it.
Self-care is a lifestyle. Honestly, it is such, it's not really a linear thing. And also, I feel like people find comfort in different ways through self-care. Like for me, the biggest thing will be my breath. Like breath work is so important to me. Self-care is grounding, self-care is healing as well. And it just really brings that spark back to people, honestly. Like if you haven't had a self-care day, go get that now. Like take today and go do that actually. But yeah, self-care is invigorating and healing to me.
Yeah. I mean, like, I really I resonated with that part about it's not linear. Like it's not the easiest thing to start out with, and it's not like something that you can't just do it once.
Yeah, and you also can't just fake the funk into it. Like you can't just get into it and be like, okay, you have to really find out what feels right, and that may be different for everybody. So you can't just do what people are doing because they're doing it. Find out what works best for you, honestly.
Talk to me about finding your place in terms of I know you were working solo as an esthetician before, and then you've kind of found a Black Bella beauty spa. Tell me about that journey.
So first, I became a licensed esthetician when I was 18 years old. I'm 22 now, and I've always dreamed of having my own business. I started off solo in my basement, actually. Got into the salon suite, and I was really focused on waxing and facials. But something really dawned on me to get into holistic healing and also body contouring, non-invasive body contouring. And then it was at a time where I was just feeling like I needed more. I just needed more from what I was doing, and I needed more learning. Like fresh out of beauty school, if you know, beauty school is really what gets you to where you're going, but it doesn't give you, sorry, there's a fly. It gets you to where you're going, but it doesn't give you all of the key points that you may need to where you want to go. So it's I'm really self-taught with everything that I do. Beauty school really just gives me those hours and gives me the license. But for me, I stumbled upon Black Bella Spa, actually with my beauty school teacher. One day I went back up to the beauty school, there was no reason for me to go there. I just went there to say hello, and then she told me about this wellness center, Black Bella DC. It's in Atlanta, Maryland, and when I tell you, as soon as you walk in, you're so welcomed. And I really do feel like my name is all over it, and the community I've built from that is just a beautiful thing. We do non-invasive body contouring. We also work with post-op surgery clients or even postpartum. So that's a big thing for me. Keeping people in their comfortable spaces and finding a space and healing, whether that be mentally or physically. And also do facials there. We do spa parties. We do outside parties. When I tell you, it's such an amazing, tranquil community that we've built. And I've been there for 2 years now, and I always tell people, even when I come up off the, when I keep just going up, I'm still gonna be part of Black Bella because it's just so they're literally family to me. And even though it's work and I do the work, it doesn't feel like work to me. It's literally my favorite thing to do. Even though some days can be very hard for me because this is real life work, my body, my energy is being put into this. I wouldn't trade it for anything, honestly. It's perfect, so I love it.
Take me back to what got you into just being an esthetician.
So honestly, it was quarantine. Literally when I was gonna be out of high school, I literally thought I was gonna be in the military. Can you ever imagine? Gaspara Cole in the military? Oh, heck no, it could never be me. But that was my plan. I'm yeah, I'm gonna do it because I don't have nothing else to do. When it's tons, I always wanted a business, but I'm just I don't know how to start a business, so I don't know, just go to the military. But It started in 2020 when everybody was in their house and nothing to do. So I really got into my like holistic journey, but also my self-care journey. I started finding out what works best for me, and even my skin, like what works best for my skin. I have very sensitive skin, so just finding out about that. But I really was into waxing because I love seeing the difference between you having hair and you not having hair. Like that was a really cool thing to me. So I was focused on waxing, and I tried to get with places, but I didn't know I had to go to beauty school for that. So I did a lot of research and find out the requirements to actually become a waxer and become an esthetician. Some people be doing it on the down low, but when that state board comes knocking out your door, I don't want to hear that. It's like, you have to go to school for this. Like, you can't just be certified in facials. Like, you have to really go to school, get the hours, and get your license, or take the test and get your license. So yeah, it really all started with quarantine, like finding myself.
Yeah. So in finding yourself, right? Because a lot of us were like behind the screen. We were just kind of seeing a brand new world of things, right? In finding yourself, how has it been to be able to give that back to people who see your stuff?
Yeah, in finding myself, honestly, like I fully believe like I'm just here to share light with people. And if I could do that in any way, because I'm really big on touch. That's my thing. That's my specialty, touch therapy and how healing touch can be to people. So in finding that, like I'm really able to set that tone for people. Sorry, the question was,
how does it feel to give some of that knowledge?
It feels great. It really feels great for those who are able to receive it, if that makes sense, because I could be talking a whole lot of gibberish to some people when I talk about like lymph nodes and like the lymphatic system, because that's like my passion. I love the lymphatic system so much, like so much. So it could really be like word puzzles to people or gibberish, but it feels really great when people are open and they're ready to receive and they're ready to talk about or learn what I'm talking about, because I have a lot to share. It's just for the right people, you know, for the right ears to hear it.
Tell me about like the conversation between like holistic health and medical.
Like Western medicine?
Right. Tell me about how you've come to terms with that.
It's very interesting because I actually have been dealing with autoimmune disease, like hypothyroidism and arthritis, all this stuff coming to my body because I was taking medicine. And I was taking medicine for pain, and I really had to come to terms with it's not for me. It's not necessarily for everybody, but some people can deal with it, and you know, you take medicine for the rest of your life. Me personally, I really do believe that God put everything that we need here on earth. So I got into herbal medicine, but Western medicine, it just never worked out for me. So I'm really with the integrative aspect of that, or even herbal aspect of that. So yeah, I've been to about 10 doctors for things that I've been dealing with or I've dealt with, and they just couldn't help me. So I switched to the integrative side, and I honestly, grounding has helped a lot and meditation has helped a lot, but not everybody believes in Western medicine. I myself don't fully agree with it, but it's also like a passing point to where it's like it can get you by. And everybody can't do the herbal medicine. That's just how their body is like react to it. But me personally, I didn't do well with the actual prescription-based process. But yeah, it's not for everybody. But those who really get it, like it's life-changing for people, honestly.
Mm-hmm. There's not like one end-all, be-all solution to everything that happens.
Yeah.
I think that it's important to kind of be sort of like an avenue for people who say, okay, this hasn't worked for me.
Yeah.
What can I do next?
Yeah.
You know?
Like people, like I'm not a doctor by no means. I'm more so a skin doctor, if I'll say. But people come to me like, how can I do this? Like even like when it comes to like disease and HIV, something that was a big thing for me that I paid attention to, somebody asking me about how to heal HIV. But I do my little research and things like that, and I can give you some suggestions on, you know, what you could add into your everyday life. Because the thing with holistic healing or herbal medicine, it's not something that you just do and then it's fixed, you know? Like it's fixed. But it's really something that you have to be consistent in and really intentional in, and kind of work your way up to what your body is immune to and what it could take, you know? Not everybody, like ashwagandha is not for everybody. So you have to really learn yourself. I truly recommend people to get a full body test at an integrative medicine place. They'll even do a brain test. So it's really crazy. But, you know, those type of technologies I'm really grateful for, because it really kind of gets to the nitty gritty and what is the target and how are you feeling and why are you feeling this way and what causes it. So, yeah.
Masay Wellness has recently turned a year old, and what has been rewarding and also challenging about that experience over time?
For me, something that has been really rewarding is the way I'm able to execute my brand and the feedback that I get from my execution. What has been challenging for me is consistency. It's really like, I don't know, because just the ways of the world or even just the work that I do, I can't fully tune into the marketing. But I love marketing. I'm obsessed with it and it's everything to me. But I do feel as though when I get those really cool ideas, I execute them, or even they're there in the back of my mind, and then I just need that team to work with. I just need the time. I just need whatever the case may be. That has been challenging for me, finding the time to balance it out between my clients and marketing. But it's been very, very rewarding to hear the impact I have on people, even when it comes down to strangers I meet at pop-up shops, or they've been kind of following me along and seeing my journey. It's inspiring because I inspire them. Like, it just keeps me going, literally.
Yeah. The marketing aspect can always be like a challenging part for a lot of us, getting things together on like such a grassroots level, right? We're getting our stuff started. So like, tell me about that and some of like the places you've been creatively, those concepts that you built in like your promo videos and things like that.
Yeah, so I think of my brand as like a vintage bathhouse. Like I could describe it like that. Like, you get the apothecaries, you get the oils, you get the bioceuticals and things like that. And it's really relaxing. Like, I really just want people to relax. The end all be all, even though Masay is like this huge thing, like a lifestyle, I really want it to be a one-stop shop for people. So you could buy anything there, like lifestyle-wise or wellness-wise. But how those ideas came. Honestly, I just have these visions. Like, I think it comes from the everyday life. Like, literally, like, if I think about like a fairy, I think that's how I execute my brand. Like, fairies in the forest and just vibing along, but also very vintage and very elegant and very like poised. So I hope to inspire people in that way to kind of reach another level within themselves. And when I say opulence begins within, it's kind of like a thing where you're finding that richness within your spirit. Like, opulence is like rich, it's like worthy, it's like, you know, queendom and kingdom stuff right there. But I feel as though you can find that within if you take the time. And the videos that I like promote and the things that I put out there, it's really kind of just like that ladder to finding yourself and finding that softness within. So, yeah.
Tell me about like, if you could describe Masay Wellness with like a couple of words, like what comes to mind?
Poise, love, light, green. I don't know, everything just seems so eco-friendly. Like, it just seems so green. Like, invigorating and penetrating. I'll say that.
Okay, cool. Why do you think those come to mind?
I think love and light, of course, is always going to be there wherever I am. Penetrating, the products are very, like, they sink into your skin and they make a difference. Like, pheromones and stuff, that's not for play at all. Pheromones, you can't play with those. Invigorating because they're very uplifting. Like, I have like ashwagandha spritz and also like pain relief and dry brush and whatever you need, like that lymph flow to get things flowing is very invigorating. Poise because I feel as though like just serving face and aura is everything. It's everything though. Like, being poised, it's really a lifestyle, I'm telling you. And it's not even on me, it's literally in me, so, yeah.
I want to like kind of speak to some of your like personal journeys, right? Stress management. right? In your personal like experience, how is your own stress kind of how is it impacted how you push your brand?
Yeah, when it comes down to procrastination, that's a big thing for me. I'm not gonna lie. And stress, I really be trying to breathe through it all. You know, therapy has been helping me, and I'm learning that talking is really helping. Like that communication is gonna be key to where I'm going, because you just never know how you may impact yourself or impact other people. But when it comes down to stress, I really try to balance it through my solitude and my breath. Like I spend a lot of time alone, and though it can be sometimes like a high and low point, and because community is key and you need people, I think being in that solitude and also just taking that time to reset and regroup after, say, a stressful day. Because when I tell you, like, it's a lot of energy to be felt and to be held, or not even to be held. I don't want to keep it, but like I feel things and I feel it all when I touch people for a living. It's like you kind of absorb that at some point. But I try to. This is my way of stress management, letting that go, like get off me. So I be really trying to like breathe through it all. And I have a really good foundation that I'm building. So if I need those days off, even though sometimes I hate not doing nothing, but that is key to the lifestyle, because it's like you have to take that time to reset, regroup, find out where your mind is going crazy at. Because I'm not gonna lie, like the way the world is going, like it's very easy to fall into a loop of anxiety, and it's all in the mind. And it's like anxiety is just it's like anticipation to something that didn't even happen. So it's not really benefiting you to be anxious, even though it could just be a thing that naturally happens. It's just more so like it's just like finding your way through it, honestly. And I think anxiety for me comes from what hasn't happened and things that like I want so bad to where I haven't got it yet, but I'm anxious about it because, you know, the process. But having confidence within myself has helped me so much. Like confidence comes from the word confide and trust. So trust. I trust myself. So the stress is going to be the stress until you shake it off. Honestly, I trust myself so much to where a stressful day can't ever be a stressful week or a stressful life, like literally. So just finding that balance and talking to people and talking to God. God has been my rock in this whole journey, honestly, especially when it comes to my brand and also my communication and talking to people. God really keeps me going and grounded. So, yeah.
Talk to me about like, do you ever like look back at your upbringing, right, and look at yourself now and say like, does this kind of make sense? Like, do you ever have a moment like that?
I tell you, and you may think like, if looking from the outside in, like if I was looking at myself from a bird's eye view or like retrospect, it's like, okay, like she's doing good for herself. But upbringing, I really think like I was really put here to change some things around and break those curses. And like how I was raised, it's not what you would expect, and it's also not what I carry with me. I was literally talking to my therapist about this today. Like that's I'm thankful that I look nothing like I've been through, but my upbringing has really made who I am, because I'm very humble in that way. And also I have seen everything. I've seen it all. I've seen things that you probably can't imagine. And it's like just having those factors in my life and being who I am now, like it's really crazy to look back. I was literally thinking about that today. I've just been thinking a lot about where I'm going and my next step. And like my childhood has been brought up, and it has been, I've faced some things that I had to clear out, and I've seen it all or whatever. But honestly, like it makes sense. Like it makes sense because I'm a strong individual, and you know, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. Oh. Come on, God. What are we talking about here? Did y'all see the lights just come on? Like, what are we talking about? Yeah, it made sense though, even though it didn't make sense in the time being, or even when I was little, something just like, you know, like those TikToks where it'd be like, oh, my parents downstairs fighting and I'm making TikToks, or like I'm making Musical.lys or something. I'm just dancing or something. It would be something like that where it's like, I don't know what's happening in the process. But then it comes to those, past those adolescence age and those times where you have to face yourself, and I'm facing myself, and it's like, it didn't make sense, but it does. It made me who I am.
Yeah. What have been some setbacks you've like encountered over the time? How have they changed you?
Interesting. Setbacks. Timing and procrastination. But time is of the essence, honestly, and time is like a thing that's so crazy to where you could think it's the right time, but it's really not. And procrastination because you think there's always a right time. Like, it's so crazy. Like, timing has really been a big thing for me, and I think about it a lot, but I'm on now a clock, so it's like, it's either now or never. At this point, it's like, go for it, just do it. And I set myself back a lot because of procrastination, and because I'm doing more thinking than doing. And the time I'm doing thinking, I could have been doing. So it's like, that has been a setback for me.
Yeah. I think that's like, it's just huge for like people to like, business owners, like people who are actually making things of themselves to like come down to a point of where like, it's true, like this is what I love to do.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
It's not easy, and it's also like, when it comes down, because I always want to be creating, whether that be a space, whether that be a project, whether that be some type of marketing dynamic, or even like community. I always want to be creating that. And a setback, when you procrastinate, you're doing less creating. Like, you're just thinking, and not doing. And we're all supposed to be creating. And you kind of tell that story in your own way, and each person is their own individual. But I think creation is just so beautiful, and I want to do that every day, every second of the day, like all the time. So, procrastination has set me back because I want to do everything at once, but I'm only thinking about doing everything at once. I'm not actually doing it. And we all have the same 24 hours, but if you really look at some people and see how they spend their 24 hours, you would not be procrastinating.
Yeah. And then on the other hand, right, like, how has it been like seeing other examples of people doing what you do and comparing yourself? Like, do you ever have those points where you're just like, oh, if only I was right there. Like, if only I was...
I don't really compare myself to other people doing what I'm doing, because I think everybody has their niche. Everybody has their way of doing things. I think when it comes, I get anxious about social media, I think, because you know how people have these aesthetics and you don't fit that box. It's kind of just like, how am I able to sell this? How am I able to, come up off of this? But honestly, truly, being my authentic self and executing things how I want to execute it has been my best bet. It works for me. And, time will come when consistency is right at my fingertips. But up to this point, it's like doing things my own way. And also word of mouth has helped me a lot, but I don't compare myself. I used to when I was first starting, and I was like, I want everything to be perfect, like how I'm seeing it. But, people don't show the behind the scenes, people don't show the process, so I can't compare at all. Like, I can't. So I'm just kind of in my own lane with it.
What do you say to the little girl who looks at you, like looks up to you? What do you say to her?
Trust yourself. That's one thing about it. Like, trust yourself, trust that inner thought, trust your intuition, especially as a little girl, especially as a woman. You have to trust yourself. Because the times I went against myself, the time it could be life or death, like literally. So the times, like, I always have to dig back into self. So even like past little me, trust yourself, literally. Or even just like my little sisters, like, trust yourself. Because I'm really a big sister at heart. I have a big sister. I'm a little sister, but I'm really a big sister, and they are everything to me. And I just want to mold them to exactly who they're supposed to be. Even though you have those times where you're slipping up and you have to learn your lessons on your own, but I want to be that example. Like, literally, trusting in yourself, having that confidence within yourself, it's going to change everything, the dynamic of everything.
Do you have anything you'd like to leave the people with?
I would say keep God in your life. Keep striving for your goals. Keep pushing. don't let a hater get in the way. Don't let naysayers get in the way of anything you have going on, because when I tell you that path is for you and you only. Like, you have to just keep going. So yeah.
40 amp, Gaspara.
Gaspara Cole, Google me, ask about me. Like, make sure you remember this face and that name.